sir. That's good stuff.
Before the day is over, we're going to cut you loose, aren't we? Oh, yeah.
Yeah! Mama likes!
This is one of the biggest GL crowds we've ever had at the fair. Give yourselves a hand.
Bigger than yesterday.
Thank you, Johnny Height. And you work on Johnny Height. You think of what you guys want to play where we turn Johnny Height loose right out here for the people.
We'll think of something.
A guitar player of the people.
We'll see what we can do.
To review, Lake Detective.
Yes.
You, as the Lake Detective, regarding the Sylvan Lake mystery, have dismissed satellites.
Satellites out.
You have dismissed meteors.
Doesn't seem to be a factor.
You have dismissed alien spacecraft.
Can't account for it.
No, even though you, during the case, took the precaution of lining your hat with tinfoil.
Never be too sure.
Now, would you please tell us, Lake Detective, the fourth theory?
Theory number 4, ladies and gentlemen, from the one and only champion, the Lake Detective.
Thank you.
All right. Number 4. So, what if there is a busy day at Minneapolis-St. Paul Airport? We have the aircraft in a holding pattern. As I think the traffic guy would say, Kenny, they're racked and they're stacked and they're waiting to land.
Whacked and stacked.
Whacked and stacked. Anyway, they're in a holding pattern. That holding pattern just happens to go over this general area.
Oh, for Pete's sake, I think I know what's coming.
And just so happens, talking to some of my inside informants, there is a website called Flight Aware.
And look at
Okay, he's showing documents.
He's got the documents.
We got some graphs. On that, this website will show the traffic patterns and how many planes are in the air on any given time, any given day.
Boy, oh boy.
You are not kidding.
Boy, what a
July 27th, 80 planes are landing in 1 hour. They are racked and whacked and stacked.
I think so.
At any rate, what happens sometimes is an aircraft will put down a landing gear occasionally just to kind of slow up a little bit when it's in its holding pattern, right? What if something came off an aircraft, came down, plummeting to the ground, hits the lake at a little bit of an angle, makes this big splash.
Right.
If it ends up going into the sediments, which it would, those sediments are saturated with gases. Really? Carbon dioxide, methane. Really? When you hit the sediments, and especially in a deep part of the lake, you will release those gases. Those are the bubbles coming up. Okay. It's not from heat, it is just from disturbing the lake sediments at this 25-foot deep hole. Now, if you were an aircraft owner, we got a little bit more information. If you're an aircraft owner, you might not want to publicize that you lost a piece of your airplane. No. And at the same time,
it's tough enough selling tickets, isn't it?
That's right. Think of the paperwork. The fellow I talked to who was giving me some back and forth said, there's a lot of paperwork involved when you lose something off an airplane.
I would hope so.
So, we probably, and also if you lost something, you might want to send somebody out there to try to maybe find it.
Well, we have that report from last Sunday night.
There was a report like that. So, we can't prove that, but at the same time, we can't disprove it. It's kind of risen to the top until something else kicks it out of the water. That's kind of what we're going with.
You're going with a part from an aircraft.
Yes, I'm not saying what kind of an aircraft, and it could be public, it could be private.
Will you stay with us?
Sure.
Because I'd like you to meet the Queen of the Snows, or what, the Dairy Princess. This is the talk station, AM 1500, KSTP, St. Paul, Minneapolis. Princess K, of course I meant. Princess K of the Milky Way will be joining us. Much more to follow. Please stay tuned. Great group of garage magicians.